Hey, it's Matt. Welcome to my YouTube channel. There are many like it, but this one's mine. The guitar is on the other side of the room, so I can't play the theme tune today. Today's t-shirt, Ton Up Motorcycles. I got this when I ordered some parts for my Triumph Bonneville back in the day when I was converting it to the old Cafe Racer. Conversion which actually turned out really cool. Um, there's a guy out there still riding my bike. He stops by every so often to show it off, which always makes me happy. Nice to see somebody that really loves the motorcycle riding the motorcycle. All right, enough about motorcycles. Today we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons Online, and we're talking about gear. We're talking about gear paralysis, not gear that um, causes paralysis in the game, but gear that causes paralysis in your head. And what I'm going to do here is just as a normal, average, non super duper, um, you know, super Reaper player, just really starting to kind of do Reaper stuff now. We're actually up to like Reaper 4, which is all right. But as a guy that's been playing the game a long time and maybe geared towards newer players, if you're looking at buying expansions for gear, or if you're looking to kind of tweak your characters to do what you want them to do, just a kind of a brief rundown of some of the gear that's at our disposal now, or as I like to call it, gear paralysis, because it hurts my brain. I spend a lot of time thinking about gear and a lot of times piecing things together. I'm not a min-maxer by any stretch of the imagination. I used to, I used to think con was a dumb stat back in the day, and now I no longer think that con is a dumb stat. I actually these days I err more on the side of survivability than anything else, and I find that my ability to contribute in raids and whatnot is actually much better than it used to be. So um, anyway, after having spent quite a bit of time recently in the Isle of Dread and accumulating some of the gear there, I just kind of want to talk about how it feels compared to some of the other gear that I've been using over the years. Primarily the stuff from Sharn and the stuff from Feywild. Obviously, the stuff in Isle of Dread is higher level, so you can find a few pieces that you can find a plus 14 on like your stats that you can't find anyplace else other than raid gear. But um, I'm kind of torn at the moment, truthfully. I miss the days almost of the Sharn sets that were tied towards a specific build. Um, for example, like the Flame Cleansed Fury set. I looked at what that set did and the bonuses to what attributes it gave, and it made sense for certain builds to just slot that gear without thinking. Um, they changed direction a little bit in Feywild. They kind of made the set bonuses a little bit bigger. You had to add more pieces, but there was like 4 different options that you could kind of tailor towards your character. My favorite set out of Feywild is the winter set. I try to, even to this day, I try to run a 4-piece winter on everything because it gives you a stacking 10% bonus to your hit points. More hit points means more survivability, so I try to always keep at least a 4-set winter in my builds these days. On to Isle of Dread. Lots of stuff, lots of cool stuff, but I don't know. It feels to me that on some levels, it's like they throw attributes on different pieces of gear that don't necessarily synergize as well. So I'm having to do a lot more mental gymnastics trying to piece together um, the pieces that I want for my particular builds. And it seems to be a little bit, at this point at least, a little bit daunting, a little bit overwhelming. I know that there's a couple of different subsets that are 3 pieces that I think for my primary builds, I'm going to stick with my 4-piece winter from Feywild and incorporate these new 3-piece sets, and then decide if I'm going to work the profane Isle of Dread set in, or maybe find some smaller set bonuses from, upgraded raid gear. Um, stuff that started out at low level, then you upgraded it to level 20, then you upgraded it to level 30, because you can actually get some pretty decent artifact bonuses on those little 2-piece sets, which is actually a way to accomplish some things and still leave yourself slots for flexibility. Anyway, I've got a call coming in. I might pick this up later. Catch you guys later. Peace.